Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you could speedrun Minecraft like you were playing on 2b2t? Me too, so I decided to put that to the test and see if I could beat the world record speedrun with the help of a hacked client. Today, we're going to be playing a category I came up with called Hypermodded, a play on the recent Hypervanilla category that a lot of people have been doing. In that category, no mods are allowed, and other purist playstyles are implemented, such as no calculators, no external tools, and RTA timing. In this run, we're going to be doing quite the opposite. All utility mods are allowed, so that means reset mods and yes, even hacked clients. External tools are also allowed, so you can use any calculator you want or even Chunkbase to find your stronghold. And we're also going to be using IGT timing, just so we can squeeze those extra few seconds out. Now, let's get into the run. We reset for an ocean, as pretty much any of them will work with how fast we can fly, as long as it has a shipwreck. After we loot the shipwreck, we fly back to land and chop down some trees. We need wood for our tools, some doors, and for our beds later in the run. Now's a good time to go over what features of our client we'll be using. The main ones are flight, for obvious reasons, no fall so we don't take 500 hearts of damage when we land, auto loot to save our inventory management, kill ore for the fortress, and ESP to help us find our structures. We also have a bunch of minor tweaks here and there, like Fulbright and auto armor, among other things, just to make things a little easier on us. After we depart our island and fly around for a bit, we find a nice looking magma ravine, scoop up a piece of flint, and descend on our way to build our portal. I go for the classic L-shaped magma ravine portal, but it ends up being one deep and having kind of a scuffed edge. But with some struggle and a bit of determination, we finish our portal and enter the Nether sub 2. We hop out of our portal and immediately take flight. Within seconds, we're able to find our first structure, the Nether Fortress, and it's time to find a blaze spawner. Traversing a maze, we stumble upon the spawner and kill the first blaze, get our rod, and then mine out the area to get more spawns. During this mining process, thanks to our ESP, we can see a pack has spawned over to the left. Using Kill Aura, we make quick work of the next wave and get 4 rods, all while pretty easily avoiding taking any damage as we can hit stuff through walls. We then go over to the strays, get our last rods, and once again take flight. The second structure we need is a Bastion, and they're pretty easy to see from the large amounts of piglins which show up on the ESP. We can also figure out which type we have based on the general shape of things, and in this case, I see we have a housing. I grab the double chest with auto loot, and then orient myself and prepare for a top-down route. This part of the run actually plays surprisingly close to vanilla, as there's not much a client can do to speed up pig trades, and we still need all our explosives, pearls, and obsidian. We break the chest to aggro all the piglins, and the top down goes pretty much as planned. Bunch of pigs start chasing us, we get to the bottom, set up a hole, and start trading our gold. Now would be a good time to hit that sub button, as I have lots of unique speedruns planned for the future. Back to the run. While waiting for the trades, I check the bottom double chest, clean up my inventory a bit and return to the piglin hole. I pick up all the items, see we have more than enough of everything, and now it's time to go to the Stronghold. On my way out of the Bastion, I get a little lost and end up in the backup gold room, but after bumping my head a few times, we finally make it out of the Bastion and pause to load up Chunkbase to find our Stronghold. We do this by simply loading our level.dat into the website, putting in our current coordinates, and then finding the nearest stronghold. We can then multiply the chunk coordinates of the stronghold to figure out where in the Nether we need to build our portal. Except I kinda mess up terribly here. I quickly realize when I pop out somewhere that isn't the stronghold that I input the wrong seed into Chunkbase, meaning we're nowhere near the stronghold I just spent all that time getting the coordinates for, and I also wasted a bunch of time going to that specific place to build our portal. I have to take a moment to get the real stronghold coordinates, but we're pretty quickly above ground and back on our way headed to the actual stronghold. Luckily for us though, through the magic of fly hacks, although the stronghold is really far away from us, it doesn't take long at all to find the new stronghold. Being on the surface here actually helps us a bit, as we can ESP directly to the portal room and skip having to navigate the stronghold. We can just line ourselves up and then dig straight down into it. On our way down, we find a nice ravine to craft our explosives in for the end fight, and do a little bit of inventory management, then we enter the portal room. We have a little bit of a hard time putting our eyes into the frame, but ultimately we make it into the end at 7 minutes and 20 seconds. After we escape the dreaded endstone cage, it's time to kill the dragon. We set up our obsidian and get ready to do a pretty cool strategy. Because we're able to fly, we actually can force the dragon to perch, eliminating the last bit of RNG from the run. If we break a crystal and then fly out to 150 blocks, she will eventually charge towards us. And then after that we can lure out to 250 blocks, where she'll then fireball us and then just force a perch no matter what. We fly back to the fountain and then finish her off with a 1 cycle. Yay, we did it. With a final time of 8 minutes and 41 seconds, we just barely beat Cube's completely legit real-world record. Kinda crazy how even with a full hack client it took me a few hours of attempts to even come close to beating that time. Well, that's it, and this run was actually a lot of fun to try and get. It's a completely different playstyle than I'm used to, and flying around just feels awesome. Make sure you subscribe for more runs like this, and I challenge anyone to try to beat this time. It'd be really cool to see how low something like this could go and what new strategies and optimizations a hack client can provide. Well, with that, I'll see you all next time, and bye-bye.